All right, so in this movie, you're investigating congruent triangle shortcuts. You'll find all of this on Schoology in Unit 4, in-class links and worksheets. It's the yellow folder. And then you'll see a folder for investigate triangle congruent shortcuts. So the worksheet that we have in class is up there, and then the investigations. So let's look at that worksheet. The directions are to use the applet created by me to investigate each of the shortcuts to prove triangle congruence. These will all be found in the in-class folder of Unit 4 on Schoology. Now, what are the 6 different shortcuts you will investigate? So you're looking at the different variations of side and angle. So A and S, we're looking for 3 of the variations. So pause the movie, come up with those 6, press play when you finish. All right, we have side, 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 angle, 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 side, angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and side, angle, angle. Those are your 6 different variations, and those are the 6 we're going to investigate. So for each of the investigations, you will see one triangle given, and you're going to try to create another triangle using the shortcut that is not congruent to the first. If you can construct another triangle using the same shortcut and the triangles are not congruent, then you cannot use the shortcuts. So if you try to construct another triangle using the given shortcut and you can get only one other triangle that's congruent to the first, then that shortcut always works. So it's like in real life, when you try to prove something to be true, sometimes you try to prove it false. And if you can't prove it false, then it must be true. And so that's what you're doing for each of these. So when you're looking at side, 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 you're going to click on that link. It'll take you to this slide. And you're going to try to build another triangle that's congruent, not congruent to the first, but it has to use the 3 sides of the one congruent to the 3 sides of the other, because that is the shortcut. So what you'll do is you'll work through all these investigations. I'm clicking through the tabs at the top, and all those links are found on Schoology. So I want you to pause the movie, work through that, fill out that worksheet, use the different investigations to check each one. Then press play when you are finished. All right. We're going to go through this now. Let's see what we came up with. First of all, how many of you guys, how many did you get that did not work? Use your fingers. 1, 2, 3. A couple of 2s, a 1. Did you say 4? 4, 3, 1? So we need to kind of go through this, huh? Yeah. All right, as we go through it, if you found another way, we'll talk about it, okay? But side, 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 what did you get for this one? It works. It does work in that there's no other triangle you can get. When you're restricted with side, 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 you're not going to be able to change any of the angles. And you can do that by changing these sides. And in fact, what I kind of like to do, I don't know if anyone did this, build on top of the given one. Did anyone try that? Yeah, I kind of like doing that, but it's kind of hard to pick up the points. And there's no other way to change that. So we know side, side, side is a legit shortcut. Are we all agreed on that? Okay. What about AAA? Who says yes? It's a shortcut. So if I can get another triangle that has the same angles as the first, but it's not the same size, look, those have the same angles, but those are definitely not congruent triangles. Do you agree? AAA does not work. And we all agree on that? So we got one that works, side, side, side. One that does not work, AAA. What about side, angle, side? Now this was kind of hard to build. And you could build on the first one. But if I were to connect these points here, I get the same triangle as the first one. And if you build it on top of the first one, there's no other segment, H to B, that you could get. Because you can't bring the 5 out anymore because you're changing the angle. Does that make sense? So is that a legit shortcut? Side angle side is a legit shortcut. It works all the time. What about angle, angle, side? Now notice angle, angle, side. I have a 55-degree angle, a 45-degree angle, and a side length of 5 in both triangles. So when you're moving this, see, now it's no longer a triangle though. So even though that moves, it's no longer a triangle. To make it a triangle, it's going to be congruent to the first. And you could build it right on top and see that that's true.
If you move the C point before the B and make that like a smaller triangle.
Move the C point. So now it is a triangle, but it's not using the length of 5 anymore. So it doesn't work. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So I was restricted with the 55-degree angle, the 45, and the length of 5. The way you have it right now would not be using the length of 5, so it's no longer AAS. So good point, good point. So is this always going to be true? Yeah, because I can't get another triangle. So this is a legit shortcut. Angle, angle, side works. What about side, side angle, or better known as ASS? Ooh, okay. So here I have a triangle. If I close it up, that uses 3, 4, and 45-degree angle, but those two triangles are definitely not congruent, right? So this one has this swing to it. There it's a triangle, there it's a triangle. So there's 2 possible triangles, which means this is not always a shortcut. So ASS does not work, it fails. What? No, angle, angle, angle failed. Because we could dilate, we could make it bigger or smaller. What about angle, side, angle? With those 2 angles restricted, there's no other way to get this to move. They're legit, it's so restricted. I think this above anything feels very much like it's going to be a legit shortcut. So this works. Which are the 2 that did not work? I'm going to the back side here. We had AAA, and I'm going to write it like this. All the others did work, right? So side, 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 angle, side, angle, and angle, angle, side. Those 4 worked. These 2 did not. Now, I wrote it strategically as ASS rather than SSA because this is how I think about it. I think of the ASS as a donkey, right? And the AAA as batteries. So if you imagine a donkey with batteries, you know the 2 ways that don't work, right? So a battery-operated donkey does not work. There you go. That's how you can remember. I did? AAA batteries, are you with me there? You know how a donkey's called an ASS? So if you imagine a donkey with batteries, those are the 2 ways that don't work. So, and I used to have pictures of donkeys up around the room because I thought it was a good visual. But that's how you know the 2 ways that don't work versus the ways that do work. Any questions on that investigation at all? That was the goal today. You guys have accomplished the goal. So you have your homework. You can check Schoology calendar. And that's it.